Hello again, guys. It's Gregola Productions here, and welcome to my new workshop. I've got two workshops now. This is number 2, and there is currently a vacuum cleaner being serviced in here. The patent date for that, Electrolux, says 1963. It's probably slightly later than that. But yeah, that project is moving slow as molasses. Honestly, slightly contemplating scrapping it, but I doubt that. I think we'll follow through with the Electrolux. But that's not a clock, is it? That's not really terribly relevant to what we do around here. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this an episode of Alarming Antiques? Shoot, I wasn't supposed to have one for a while. I was basically done buying stuff for the time being after the night of $1,001 watches. But here we are again. Greg doesn't have a buying problem. He has a going to flea markets that are twice a year problem. Other than that, I'm not getting anything else for the time being. Alright, welcome back, viewers, to Alarming Antiques. And no, this wasn't some type of impulse buy. This is a flea market that's twice a year. A lot of great stuff there. Yeah, I'm basically not doing any sort of garage sailing or anything like that over the summer. I don't think I'll be doing that much, at least not with clock stuff. Maybe with radios and other things, but on the Gregola Records Club channel. But other than that, no, I'm just done with clocks, buying them right now, because I've got too many. I have got a lot of clocks to work on and sell, so it's time to actually do that instead of, you know, getting more stuff. And I know you guys love your showcase videos. Dougaled, specifically, Pin Palette 20, he decided to sell out. No, I'm just kidding. He decided to change his format of his videos to just showing off clocks and showing the movements, but not servicing them on camera. He still services them, but not on camera. So he does the kind of showcase videos. Everyone loves it. I'm not doing the same thing, but I just also decided that for the lack of, well, I didn't want monotony in my channel because I know you guys are getting hammered with the Auto Watch series right now. Figured it's time to change something up and do an episode of Alarming Antiques here. So here we are. We got this lot. This box of clocks here. There's 18 of them in there. This was $75, and then there's two other little guys in here, which we'll start with first. One was $5 and the other was a quarter. So you can't pass up a literal quarter for an alarm clock. I don't even know where the $5 special went. Might have vanished into oblivion here. I don't know if he can be found anymore. We'll come across him later, I think. We'll just start with the quarter. Alright, so the very first thing I got when I showed up there was my brother actually bought this. This is a Big Ben Style 8. And yes, it was selling for 25 cents. And apparently the guy tried to screw around with it to get it to work, but he just couldn't get it. Now, you may notice something very peculiar about these ones, or at least this particular one. Well, first of all, it's made in America, which this YouTube channel, it's Canadian. I'm Canadian. This is being filmed in Canada. Yeah, you don't see a lot of these American Westclox over here. Even a common one like a Style 8. And as you can see, it has a different movement than usual. Well, usual to what we got in Canada. And here's the next thing I got. A Style 8 Baby Ben. I'm pretty sure these are a matching pair, basically, except his dial's red. Now, I don't know if that was deliberate, or if that's some kind of, like, being bleached by the sun type thing. Although, I don't know if it's been, quote-unquote, bleached by the sun, because this has been, for sure, bleached by the sun here. It was sitting in somebody's bedroom, and direct sunlight must have been shining on this thing for years. I think both of these kind of have been, but this one a lot more so, and the dial's just black. I don't know. I think this might be, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that dial is supposed to be that maroon color or not. I think they did come in that color, but I'm not sure. I bought this for parts. This whole escapade here, as I call it that, was one giant parts hunt. So this guy, I don't even have parts for this movement. I'm probably just going to end up rebuilding this. Yeah, these guys have totally different movements in them. And you may be saying, well, Greg, it's Big and Baby Ben. Of course they're going to have different movements in them. Well, the Style 8s in Canada, not really. For the first few years of the Style 8, they had a different type. And you know what? I'll pull one of these guys out of here. They started off in Canada. This is a nice Style 8 that came with the rest of them. This is what they had to start off with, this movement here. Now, they had the same exact movement as the Style 7 Big Ben, but in the process of degrading the clocks, Westclox decided to just give Big Ben, Baby Ben's movement. So that was highly unfortunate. And this here is the sort of in-between. So we don't want to build this movement anymore. We don't want to give it this. We want to give it its own movement, but still cheaper. So this is going to get a series on it because this is very different. I've never seen one of these before in person. Well, I think I did once. This might have actually been it. I don't know. The last time I was at this flea market, I saw one of these, but I passed it up. Well, now I've got one. Anyway, more on this movement style in another video. So, yeah, there's this guy. This is good. Baby Ben's missing his key. I don't think he's running. Let's try and wind this other guy up, you know, just for the fun of it. Nope, we're not doing anything. Let's see what the alarm sounds like. Oh, that sounds good. And of course, there's the loud. Yep, the slow and fast adjuster is not a slot on these Big Bens, which is kind of convenient, actually. Anyway, yeah, there'll be a series on this guy because he's kind of special. So this movement style, when you see the knobs and the key in this particular position, and that on this, it's reminiscent of this, but it's also reminiscent of the... Anyway, yeah, there'll be a series on this. So let's put him to the side. Baby Ben's good, $5. Found him at a table, you know. I don't know if I'm going to part him out now or not because of that red dial. I have some Baby Bens that need a movement transplant, basically. So, I don't know. We'll see what I can cook up there. And, of course, the first guy out of the $75 lot, the original price for this box was $5 a clock, but we got him down a bit, so that's great. This Big Ben seems to be having some sort of gear issue. Not really sure what's going on here. Let's try and wind it up. So that doesn't sound quite right. It sounds like the spring is just flip-flopping around in there. It might be broken. That doesn't sound quite right. This might be a first-generation Big Ben. It might not be. The movement is at least first generation, so it's from 1964 to 1968. So I'm not sure what's going on inside this guy and why the gears kind of want to jam up for some reason, and the alarm hand has just completely gone off the shaft for some reason. I don't know why. At least the alarm mechanism works, but I'm not really sure what's going on here otherwise. Yeah, I need some of these case parts for another clock. So, metal base, that's always great. This guy's a plastic one. That kind of sucks, but... Anyway, here he is, Big Ben. At least if I get nothing more out of this, I get case parts, so... Okay, what should we pull out next? Let's pull out one of these guys. So what you're looking at here is a Westclox Spur, and for some reason, the glass is not in the right spot, and for some reason it's silver. I think somebody stripped the paint off this guy, because usually they're black. What the heck happened in here? What does that say? Cleaned and yeah, I can barely read cursive. What the heck? Yeah, I can't really read that. 1978. March 31st, 1978. Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing that I can't read this. Yeah, cleaned, and something. Hole in some, I don't know what the heck that says. I think somebody was screwing around with this, but I don't know what he was doing. Let's try and get this glass out of here. Oh, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, someone put this together and did the glass wrong. I don't know what... Their hand? Yeah, there's hands under this piece of paper. What the heck happened to this clock? Oh, man, that's not great. Yeah, it's a Westclox Spur. Let's see if he runs. Uh-oh. sounds like our spring is either detached or broken. Let's try the alarm. I think our alarm is winding up nice. Let's see if it'll ring. I don't know what's wrong with the tripping mechanism in this. The alarm tripping mechanism. Not sure what's going on with this Style 66 movement. Either, I don't know what my video releasing schedule is going to look like, but either you're going to see a big project related to these Style 66 movements, or you're going to end up seeing this first. I have no idea. I don't know what my uploading schedule is going to be like with that whole fiasco, but anyway, more to come on working on these Style 66 movements. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I'm kind of tempted to take the paper off and see what the heck's going on. But you know what? I think I'll leave it for now. It's the plain white dial Westclox Spur with some handwriting with a note stuck under here from the credit unions, which is kind of funny. At least they've bothered to include the alarm hand, which is great. They've given that to us. This base here. Yeah, I don't know why someone stripped the paint off this, but okay. Yeah, some of these clocks I'm not keeping. This is parts for sure. Some of these I'm going to be reselling. Let's get somebody who's not Westclox to start off with. Here we go. Oh, sorry about that. What I'm doing up here is just timing some of these other movements here. These are, in case you don't know, that Spur we were just looking at, that Westclox Spur. This is another Style 66 that I've already worked on, and this guy was having some issues with the alarm hand. It kept popping off, so we've just kind of fumbled around with it and got it on. It seems to want to stay on now, so I'm just kind of timing it with that quartz Seiko there, and that other one, once again, same deal. So anyway, more Style 66. Look movies. Here, I don't know if I'll be selling or keeping this guy. This is an Ingram Ace, and I already have parts for this. If you recall the first episode of Alarming Antiques, maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. I actually found a parts version of this, and I actually have it under the table here right now. But I'm not going to pull it out because it's the same thing. It's just in way worse shape. This guy seems to be okay. I don't think this is a parts block. Yeah, this is interesting. I'll have to definitely do a series on this guy. This is a fairly nice looking dial, you know. The controls feel solid. Let's see if he runs. I see our winding key is still got, I don't know what you'd call it. A lack of tension, I guess. You can still wind it. Check that out, we're running. Wow, Ingram's really done a nice job with this one. What's kind of annoying about this thing is the, you can see the balance wheel and hairspring in there, moving a bit. What's kind of annoying about these Ingrams is they didn't give these the greatest paints. They seem to want to chip off. Either that or it's the I don't know what's going on here. But this is a fairly decent clock. So, once again, another clock I'll be doing a series on. This guy is probably from the 40s or early 50s. Once made in Canada here. Once again, always good to see another Canadian clock company. Always happy to get Canadian stuff in. And you may say, well, Greg, you just showed us this. Weren't you just timing this one? Nope. This is another Westclox Sphinx. Like that other one. Same Style 66 movement. Do you want to run? Do you want to run? Oh, yeah, and in case you didn't notice, this one has silver knobs. The one I was timing has gold knobs. I modified that one slightly because I was building stuff out of parts. So, yeah, the silver controls are the way it's supposed to be, but that's not what happened. Oh, how good are we running here? Yeah, these poor Style 66 movements, more often than not, they get run into the ground. And as you can see, this one, the alarm hand is somewhere in here. The glass is cracked. The dial is green for some reason. Not really sure why that is. It's supposed to look more like this. But anyway, that's what's going on there, I guess. I don't know if that'll be a parts clock or not. The early Sphinxes like this are, I would think, somewhat hard to come across. Although if I need parts, which I do, I might take them off this guy and just, I don't know what I'll do with it. Anyway, yeah, this whole thing, all these clocks I got were just basically a bunch of Style 66 movements and some other stuff. I hate to spoil it, but it is kind of true. And there is a Westclox Spur, a luminous one, the classic black, but its glass is not right, and it's like this. So I don't want to expose myself to radiant paint. I don't want any paint flaking loose in the house here. So this stays in the bag. It's literally the same one as this. It's black. It's in rough shape. I guess I could try and get it open, couldn't I? Be very, very careful to keep it dial up. Yeah. I've seen this at the flea market before. I shouldn't have gotten this, honestly. This case is a bit screwed up. Yeah, you don't want the glass looking like that. Let's try and slide it. Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad. You don't want any radium dust coming out of this thing, especially since the glass isn't quite right. And the reason why that is because it's not fully put together. Okay, there we go. Maybe that'll help it a bit. Yeah, you don't want it. This is not where you want it, but... Anyway, this is a style 66 here again. Oh, we've still got some power in that alarm spring. Not bad. Let's see if it'll run. Let's grab a key off something else. Yeah, that's interesting where these came from. According to my new Westclox collector friend, these came out of some small town in rural... oh, okay, this is wound up all the way. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, these 66, these 66 movements. I mean, the Spur, all these guys, these were the budget clocks. These were Westclox. These were not the flagship Big or Baby Ben. No, these were the guys. These were not the outcasts, but the guys. It's like, well, you know, you're kind of cool, but you're not Big or Baby Ben, so we're just gonna run you into the ground, said the average consumer, and we're gonna actually take care of our Big or Baby Ben. But when a 66, like a Spur or a Sphinx or something like that, whenever it needs any sort of maintenance work, just throw it in the trash and buy another one. Or have it in a state like this, where it's just been completely run into the ground. I guess these are basically the dollar watches of alarm clocks, where when it's broken, just throw it away and buy another one. So, but, yeah. That's why you find these things in rough shape. It's always good to get these guys running again. I enjoy it. I think they come in so many collectible cases and things. I think it's great. I love the 66. Same with the Baby Ben movement. I don't mind those either. Anyway, I'm still going to put that in its bag. You guys saw it, at least. So, at least we figured out the glass thing. Oh, this is weird. Okay, speaking of Baby Ben, this is a Westclox Rex here from, I think, the 60s. Oh, boy, we're wound completely up. Okay, let's... Oh, yikes. What the heck is wrong with this thing? Was this thing in a dust storm? The controls are very, nothing's moving. Oh, we got something going there. Oh, there's the alarm. Yeah, we're gonna want to loosen that up. All these clocks you see here, they're all gonna be serviced and everything. We're not leaving them together in the state they're in. Okay, this guy's kind of wanting to go. Okay. Okay, yeah, you do not want to store these clocks with the mainspring fully wound up like that, because the spring will actually like distort and become the fully wound shape, which then causes it to lose power. And I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not on that one. And yeah, you want these guys to be stored with the springs unwound, because it'll wreck the mainspring basically. In one way or another, it'll deform it and it'll be wound up, and then you won't have as much power. So that's not good. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's grab one of these guys. Westclox America. I needed one of these dials, and it's great to have one. We've got the hands going here. This glass is cracked. What's going on here with this price tag? Did not want it repaired. Oh, wow, okay. Did not want it repaired. Hagel. This might be somebody's name here. Yeah, see, I mean, this is the classic 66 style 66 case right here. And as you can see, all the knobs on these, they're all the same. Where's the Spur at? You know, it's the same clock in different cases, right? So that's what's going on here. As you can see, they're all laid out the same and everything. My hands are turning black because of all the dust coming off these things. Yeah, I mean, did not want it repaired. That is exactly what I was saying earlier. They just did not care. These were just, you know, wasn't worth getting fixed. Hagel Goodman. Yeah, I bet she just gave it. I bet this woman just gave this to this guy and just said, you know what? It's a piece of junk. Just don't even worry about it. That mainspring is wound up. Let's unwind that. This is a nice case, otherwise. I'd say this is probably from 1947 or 48 now. Yeah, I don't know. Looks fine to me. Now we've got another style 66. More parts. Needed these. Well, I didn't need another dial, but this one's kind of messed up. The case, at least, I kind of needed one of these. The bezel, I think I needed for something. Another one of these guys. Let's see if he runs. Let's see if he'll do anything. No, he's not doing anything. Let's try our alarm here. Oh, the alarm knob is actually off entirely. Okay, well, I can't turn the shaft like that. Okay, well, I guess he's just going to have to... Here, let's try and do this. Let's wait until the alarm comes on. Oh, maybe it's stuck somehow. That's cute. Oh, look at that. Did you see the hour hand just got stuck on that little alarm dial there? Yeah, what the heck is all that black crap all over this thing? I have no idea what's going on here, viewers.